How are you doing? Quick look.
Everything's back the way it was.
Fresh silks from the canvas.
Mustard and mandrake, saffron and sage.
Take that, you naughty...
Clive!
I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since you brought everyone together.
Since we brought everyone together, all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats and firmly at the helm. Our stores are full and the bandits still too disorganized to raid them. Just as the good Lady Jane and Lord Underhill intended.
Are you a lord? Lubor's going to be one too. They're going to make him the Lord of Dalimil, because of how he stopped all the grown-ups from fighting.
It's the mayor of Dalimil, dear child, and the vote hasn't taken place just yet. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to build a school so that menaces like you two learn not to interrupt your elders. Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon.
May there indeed.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have caught the bandits' attention. And they might have elected to take a similar approach. They have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws, and they grow more organized by the day.
We'll fight them all off just like last time, no matter how many of them there are. Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, we can overcome any challenge we choose to face. The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be, until the only way to overcome it might be to run for the hills. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud, by finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause, and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more?
How could I refuse?
Thank you, Mike. Victor will have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collecting...
I'll go in.
What's the difference between a lord and
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition.
Together.
Still in Dalimil, Victor?
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnes by now.
I did.
I've developed something of a fondness for the place, and having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, a sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploit.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down and he said that you...
Then you've come at just the right time. There are more camps in the vicinity than we must strike together.
All right.
There's one upriver, just out there, across the dunes.
Leave it with me.
Let's go. Faster!
Those ne'er-do-wells meant to ban.
Time to fight. That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle. Straight home now.
안녕 얘들아.
That's him. The one who killed Locke and Fingers. Take his head off.
It's over.
아이고. 아이 정말 진짜.
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you? Ah, I see the bandits didn't pose you any trouble.
No.
안녕하세요.
No.
What is it?
The whole town's in uproar. They're saying that Lubor...
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. Some of the children spotted him, and when Lubor felled him, and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer, and if he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. Still, all those people see is a man who's...
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here.
You're right.
또 베어러. 근데 베어러 치고 굉장히 잘 사네요. 베어러라는 걸 안 들켜서 그런지.
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor. We tried to keep running, but we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing. All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
천만.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something, and quickly. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed. That their enemy lies outside these walls, not within them.
You're right. We should speak to everyone.
I'm glad you agree. I'll handle the townsfolk. I'm a Dalmek born and bred. They listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who Lupor really is. They know that Lubor and I are Lord Underhill of Rand.
I'll do what I can. Lubor, I can't promise anything, but...
And that is...
Why are you taking the bearers?
Why do they always have to make such a...
I knew all along that he... Forgive me for disturbing you.
As have I, Lord. The rumors.
He'll never be mayor now. But what if his wares? In this, at least, he's done the town a service. Leniency!
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied.
So what do you propose? Perhaps. That is a... And they will thank...
깐깐하구만.
The townsfolk have made their minds up.
Nor I.
You never know.
All right.
마을 터져봐야
Hell with Victor.
때 가서 후회하려고.
I assume this is...
They're still...
But perhaps not in this lifetime.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. Give them time. They'll come around. We'll talk some sense into them in the end. You'll see.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor,
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie, that a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true, that was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself, and so must I be. And now, I must embrace my new role of villain, for only united can they hope to stand against the threat. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit.
Don't go, Lubor. We'll be all alone.
Trust me, little ones,
how could it possibly be for the best? The least you can do is give the...
they would not take it, Victor.
over you. And so just like that, I thought you were better than this, but it seems you had me fooled.
Victor,
Forget it.
you sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, but where are my manners? Right then. I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do.
I'll bear it in mind. Here to help me pack? Thanks, but
You're really going to go through with this then?
I am. But before I go,
If it's within my power to help.
it's the children. And if I leave them here, they surely will. I can think of only one place where they are certain.
Of course. The children would be more than welcome.
Thank you, Clive.
Lubor, are you still here?
What is it, Ferda?
There's been a flood in the Velcroy, a damn big one. The League of Outlaws encampment was completely submerged in...
What?
Every last one of the bastards has...
Bandits are one thing, but Akashic bandits are quite another. We need to evacuate. Ferda, gather the men. The Akashic may strike at any moment. Well,
Yes, my lord.
Clive, change of plan. The children stay with me for now. Tell them to prepare for a full...
Understood.
I'll do what I can to convince everyone.
뭐 제가 알려도 제 말은 안 듣겠지.
What's
You have to listen to me. They're coming. You need to evacuate.
What do you want?
To pass on an important message. There's been an ether flood. The camp where the so-called League of Outlaws were gathering has been swallowed. They're no longer just bandits. You need to begin preparing for a full-scale evacuation.
Oh, do we?
Lubor, perhaps? You may believe his lies,
But why would he lie about something?
some twisted attempt at revenge. If he had not been unmasked, a great honor for one of his. One he might well feel a...
Lord Underhill, Lubor cannot be trusted.
You may not trust me.
이런 애들은 그냥 죽게
For the
둬야
sake of your
되는데.
people, ask yourself if there is any...
There isn't. Now be off with you.
You're making a mistake. It's no use. They're not going to listen to me. We'll just have to do what we can without them. I should speak to Lord Furder.
And you're lying now.
우리끼리 도망가자.
Lord Furder. Sid. I went to warn Conrad and Natalie about the attack. They've convinced themselves that nothing Lubor says can be trusted. The bloody fools. Which means the town guard can't be counted on for support. But I can. You only have to ask.
I appreciate it.
Sid! Further!
Victor.
I couldn't abandon a friend in need, and Lubor is in need at this very moment. Come quickly.
You have to believe me. The Akashic are coming. They don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't tire, and they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There will be no parley, no mercy granted. We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
You'd like that, wouldn't you, bearer?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalimil for yourselves.
You should run!
Run, bearer!
Yeah, run! Far, far away!
Just go on. Yeah. Go on, then.
아하.
Lubor.
Wait. Someone's coming.
Stop! You're hurting him!
야, 씨. 애들한테도 이 새끼들이. 씨.
What did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad?
And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that?
Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty?
Who spends all day, every day making sure things run smoothly around here? And none of you ever say thank you. Ever.
But did Lubor ever complain? Well, does he ever stop smiling?
He keeps this whole place going. And you act like it doesn't even exist.
Lubor, we have heard enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will fight.
이 퀘스트는 좀 오글거리네.
Alright then. Fine. Gather round if you don't want to die.
내용이 되게 뻔하기도 한데 그 뻔한 내용이 좀 약간 손발이 오그라드는
The ether flood
그런
occurred near the village of Cheratina. The place had been abandoned until the League of Outlaws just now they're all turned. And if the scouts' reports are correct,
They are mindless monsters. With the bandits, we at least knew how when these creatures come. The town guard will muster at the north gate. The rest of us will take the south. Both forces will provide men to serve as scout, and as soon as it has been, Conrad. Can I count on the support of the...
Always.
I leave the selection and coordination of the men and the command of our men.
Consider it done.
as you wish.
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have... And tell the merchants not to waste time securing anything beside the ascent. As long as we survive, our riches can be regained. And if anyone doubts that...
Very well.
Where do I fit into this plan?
Where else but I would like you to travel to the home of our Earth main host is most likely still there.
A little gardening.
I doubt it.
Luckily.
So you... All right then. Now it's simply a matter of doing it.
Looks like everyone's ready.
멀지만 나는 다행히 옆에 있긴 해.
There's the flood. But what's waiting for us inside? We can't leave a single one alive.
It's over.
퍼프앤드 크라운? 글쎄요. 퍼프앤드 크라운? 처음 들어 모르겠어요.
The League is disbanded. I should get back to Dalimil and see how the others fared.
All the Akashic we were able to find have been dealt with. Seems that might be the last of them.
Perhaps.
Lubor, Sir Clive has returned.
Clive! What news from Charatina?
It's done.
I knew you wouldn't.
Thank you, my lord.
Friends, the Horde has been driven back, and we need not fear the arrival of any more. Victory is ours.
We bloody did it!
We saved Dalimil.
Lubor, after all you have done for this town.
But we did. And for that we only hope that you can forgive us.
We need you, Lubor. Dalimil needs you. So,
하하.
You do remember.
we do. It is a stain on ours.
I see. But I will only accept your
Name them.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in your power to if the Town Guard and the Merchants League do. Unity is the key to defending Dalimil. When that time comes.
Of course.
And secondly, you will accept that if I am to lead you, the mistreatment of bearers, any bearer within our walls shall be afforded this. They will not be judged by what they are.
As we failed to do.
We agree to your condition.
Condition accepted. Well then, it seems my mayorship is all but confirmed. How fickle fate can be. Not so long ago I had and now I find myself her leader. Here.
Lubor.
Fear not. I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see. I'll make sure they're safe here.
I don't doubt that you will. And not just the children.
I'll do my best. Can't have all your hard work going to waste.
근데 베어러가 태어나는 것도 크리스탈 때문에 태어난 건가 근데? 마지막에 클라이브가 크리스탈이든 뭐 베어러든 도미넌트든 전부 다 사라지라 그랬었나?
If we're going to do this, we'll need help.
Then we'll have to find it. Clive.
안녕하세요.
It just so happened.
And what talents would...
Why your fearlessness?
I'm listening.
아, 마음을
Well,
좋아.
as I'm sure you're aware, Randalar has been particularly bad. None remain free for long, but the army too is in disarray.
And you've been looking to buy.
Precisely.
So where does my skill with...
Though we may have the funds to... So we've been searching for a place, and we believe we have found one. The place was abandoned along...
And so...
How could I...
Excellent. Theo?
Of course.
Sounds like a...
I will, even if I begin... So I'd better get...
Try to clear the... I'll do my...
You will
역시
find the
저는
village in
마물
Church's
잡는
Cleft,
게 제일
past Laney's
좋아요.
Cleft. My man there will open the gate for you.
All right. Wish me luck.
I'm I'm sure you will.
셀제 이제 주간 방송으로 바뀐 건가요?
아 뭐야 이거는. 아이고 만원 감사합니다. 그건 아닌데 뭔가 제가 원래 방송하던 시간까지 기다릴 수가 없어서 진짜 재밌거든요. 근데 뭐야 이거님 취향엔 좀 안 맞을 수 있어요. 왜냐면 컷신이 굉장히 길고 많아요. 액션은 진짜 찰지거든요. 액션은 진짜 찰진데 컷신이 많아요.
This must have been a nice place once. It will be again.
레벨업 뭐 의미 없지 않아요? 네, 데메크랑 좀 비슷해요.
That's all of them. Come on, Tom.
화려함을 추구하는. 오늘 진짜 덥긴 덥더라고요. 원래는 한 2, 3시 그쯤 돼야 더워지는데 오전부터 덥더라고요.
Those are our terms.
I shall.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes, but enough about him.
It's done.
You made quick work of it.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, she'll only get upset. I'll explain everything.
Right.
본격 시작되는 건가? 여름이 상담료 100만? 진짜 날로 날로 먹네.
I just got back from cash log.
내가 엔딩 때까지 모은 돈이 한 50만도 안 될 텐데 물약 같은 거 많이 샀어요. 사고 남은 게 한 30만 대였는데
Now that you have laid the
물량
groundwork
몇백
for our
원짜리
little
계속
project,
삭맞춰도 한
I
10만도 안
suppose
되지.
we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiations.
We are. A trusted colleague, I suppose it's... But we shall...
상담만 해도
I'm not sure.
100만이란 진짜 거저먹네. 세상을 구해도 반도 못 채우는데.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to...
The man I was... He represents the Silver Peak Consort.
I don't think...
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has, and they're still expanding. And
you'd rather...
I would rather she did, and I would never deny her son. Eloise saved me from slavery, but this wasn't... I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my... She freed me from my bond, and she must be free.
You're a good man.
I have always been great, and I want to repay the favor, but each time an opportunity to do...
She loves...
And I love her, though I'm sure I'll still...
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, these bearers are... That's a job for the crim...
뭐 그런 거 아닐까요? 솔직히 저런 상담보다도 훨씬 더 어려운 일인데.
Ah, Clive. You'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
Yes, but I still have much... You couldn't do me a quick...
What is it this time?
이거 봐요. 지금도 보상 겨우 1,500원 받고 이거 해주잖아요. 아까 전에 그 해촌에 있는 마물들 잡는데도 한 1,000원 받았을려나? 근데 상담이 100만?
Thanks, Clive. I owe you.
Do you see that too?
Don't blame yourself, El. This is their fault. I know, but no buts about it.
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give the talks with the... I've reached an agreement. The prices of the consortium...
And you had no opportunity?
None at all.
El, I saw Vonnie...
And with good reason.
베어러라고 진짜 돈도 조금 주고.
But I thought we were the... How did the consortium even...
It's not so surprising. This isn't over. I'm going to Randalar
Alone?
Are you offering? How kind. You go to Cashlock, Thea. Even if I fail to free these bearers, someone needs to prepare the place.
Oh, and that's me. Well, it looks like I'm following orders for meeting the Silver Peak. She'll never join them after... She means to stay with us then.
You have to try...
You're right. And if El's off fighting for the... So I bid you farewell. I'll gather my men. You go to Randalar and see if you can stop...
I'll do my best. All right. To Randalar then.
아, 여긴 또 왜 없어?
Better not keep Eloise waiting.
검은 게 뭐야? 아, 저 크리스탈 말하는 건가?
I'm scared.
Let's go.
Faster!
Straight home now. I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak?
Here they are now.
You wished to consult with me.
I did. It's about the bearers. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them.
You misunderstand. The consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first.
나 이
It was
목소리
only our
어디서
regard for you
들어봤지?
that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such... But what is done is done.
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without...
이 수정 목소리 뭔가 어디서 많이 들어본 목소리 같은데.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to
들어는 본 것 같은데.
They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound no matter then. And with it,
my associates will be sorry to hear.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
as am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer.
So you...
No. I entertained the consortiums, but I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out.
You tried.
I did. But they deserved more. I wanted so badly to see...
Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under a pack of beasts have come down from the mountains. Theo and the others are trying to... They need help.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some...
아, 되게 쪼만한 드래곤 아니야?
Hold on, Theo. I'm coming.
안녕하세요.
Good girl.
아래쪽이죠, 이거? 잠깐만, 이거 여기 건너갈 수 있는 거야, 이거?
No need to ride from here.
바하무트?
Where's Theodore?
Upriver!
He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village.
We just have to pray.
I can do better.
Ready, go?
Faster!
그 석탑이 무슨 석탑인데요? 하긴 근데 처음부터 피닉스 있었는데 거기 아사여관 있는 쪽은 처음 발견했을 때도 안 열리긴 했는데.
Time to fight. These creatures have already turned.
이거 맞아볼래?
I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does.
진짜 큰 용이?
Like it's found me.
작은
This thing's
용이잖아.
turned as well. This isn't going to be easy.
들어와봐. 나 이거 아직도 안 치웠네. 야, 이씨.
Theodore, you had me worried for... We have to get you out of here.
저런...
I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take. And that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Cid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore!
저런... 이거 동생이 누나 죽이겠는데?
And so will you.
Theodore.
Take care of my sister.
Theodore. Wait.
Goodbye. El.
서브캐 중에 이게 제일 잘 만든 것 같아. 아, 저런. 캉탱인가? 로스트팽인가? 거기 마을 사람들도 원래는 잘 살고 있었는데 퀘스트 시작해가지고 캉탱 빼고 다 죽었는데. 안녕하세요.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery.
이게 좀 여기도 서브캐도 엔딩이 안 좋은 애들 꽤 있네. 일단은 나름 중요 퀘스트만 하고 있어요.
And now he's gone.
근데 이게 명성 계승이 안 된다 그래가지고 명성 퀘트라인 될 때까지는 다른 걸 좀 해야 되나 생각도 들고.
He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life? He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer, in more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened.
뭔가 중간에 번역 많이 빠진 것
Out
같은데.
of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could,
영음이라서 뭔가를 더
took him
추가해놨네.
into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
자기 자식이라도 배우려면 그냥 노예가 돼버리는 정말 희한한 세계야.
My life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right.
all I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to...
I know Theo wanted me to move on. We can make a difference here. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, bringing smiles to people's faces and to Theo's. This is the life I have chosen.
I've made a choice of my own, to continue helping you however I can.
Thank you, Claire. Let's go on together then.
세상.